Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. David, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
I don't trust your system here, man.
I trust it.
We audio tested mine. I want to see what happens when you try to play a video clip or something. If you get an echo, because you don't know how to control yours like I.
It's no problem, man. It's no problem. We're gonna figure it out. It's no problem. No problem at all. We got it all figured out. Yeah, got it all figured out. So, yeah, David, what's up? How you doing? Are you trying to be cool like me?
Mm-hmm. That'd be funny. I should do a show like this. And furthermore, wear a tuxedo, and a top hat.
Yeah. I could look like this gangster, and you're like this gangster.
This is too big. What are those little hats? They have the brim around it, but they're just a little round thing on top. It's called bowler hats or something. I think they're called bowler something.
Is it called a melon?
I kind of like those.
Like a watermelon.
Yeah. It has a brim like this, but instead of having this giant stovepipe, it's just round on top.
Got my bling bling here. Yeah. So today we want to talk about a variety of things.
They're saying bowler hat.
Bowler hat. Well. I officially rename it hereby. So
They say I look like a young version of Ebenezer Scrooge. Nice.
Yeah. So today I was hanging out and we decided we should just go live. Although I'm not in my regular place, I'm not doing the live streams on in the regular way, but we decided to just go and do a live stream today. Are we gonna do another one later?
Yeah, we're doing 2 live streams.
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 live streams.
It was a difficult situation. How many topics did we just say we need to cover?
50.
Like 9?
50.
So yeah, there's all kinds of topics. Anyway, the ones we are going to cover is this here. And then on my channel later, we're going to go through the Netanyahu speech to Congress and try to figure out why that would upset anyone, because we don't know why people would be so upset over something like that. But we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Dang it!
Yeah, David said, let's look at that clip, that Netanyahu clip, and I said, I don't know if you want to do that whole thing because that video is quite long, and it's about 45 minutes long, and it's longer than that, and most of it is just people clapping and going woohoo. So I think David decided to sit down and cut out all the praise and all the clapping.
Yeah, I cut out all the long applauses. So some of the short applauses I kept, but it was a 55 or 56 minute speech in the original video. When I cut out the long applauses, it's about 35 or 36 minutes. So there was actually there's 20 minutes of applause in the video. So I cut all that out, chopped it on down.
Yeah, because it's crazy. I was listening to that while I was driving, and I think it is the speech that got the highest number of standing ovations. But I just want to listen to what the guy says. I want to listen to what Benjamin Netanyahu has to say. But it's like after every second word, people are like, the guy's like, today I had a sandwich.
It was a good sandwich.
USA.
It had pastrami on it.
USA
with deli mustard. USA. Oh yeah, and then there's the standing ovations.
Yeah.
All of it.
So anyway, yeah, that's why we decided to cut it down and go through that later on. However, today we want to talk about varieties of different things, including right now my favorite president of my beloved home nation, Turkey, has made a declaration in a speech and said that he would lovingly, and of course, totally invade Israel. So we want to look at that a little bit and see what that means. You see, AP is identified.
Your boy say why?
What?
Is it over the Gaza thing, or he's just like there's something else?
He's just bored, man. He's bored. That's what he. Yeah. Some people are pointing out. Aiden said, "What's up with Tommy now?" I followed the issue only a little bit.
That was one of the 9 topics we were like, oh, we gotta.
Yeah, this morning I saw the news that Tommy Robinson has been arrested on terrorism charges. Apparently, for
holding a big rally.
Yeah, and in relation to the movie that he showed during the rally, which was called Silenced. Not entirely sure what's happening there, but there are protests going on now, or were going on during the day, to call for the release of Tommy Robinson. And of course, this comes. You have a bunch of people in your nation that repeatedly say things like they think in some future apostates and blasphemers should be executed, and then they will be proudly and happily watching. They believe in installing Islam and all that. They applaud Islamic terrorism and call for Islamic terrorism, but none of that is really a big problem. But Tommy Robinson going out there and speaking apparently brought terrorism charges upon him.
Wait. So you've got Ali Dawa, actually calling for the future public executions of literally millions of people, ex-Muslims.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine with the UK police, the UK government. That's fine with YouTube. Video's still up. The video's still up there, actually calling for the public executions of people. But if you say, no, don't publicly execute people, in Great Britain, now they'll lock you up on terrorism charges for hurting the feelings of so many Muslims who want to behead apostates.
Yeah. Tommy Robinson's team also made statements and shared the things that he said to his family during the visit. And he says they basically admitted that I didn't do anything at all, but they're keeping me here under the Terrorism Act. It's a means to suppress our message and our gathering and all that. I don't know enough about the details of what they have declared so far, but this is what it seems like, and it's quite wild that Tommy Robinson is being arrested for defending his culture, defending his country, and all that. He shouldn't be the one who is arrested for terrorism. It should be those who come into the culture and exploit it and threaten to change it, because that is extremism, that is radicalism, that is terrorism in the way they do that. But anyway,
we were just talking about this in a different context, the context of like hate speech laws, right? Like when European nations say, in order to combat Islamophobia, we need to enact hate speech laws, blasphemy laws. You can't say these kinds of things. And yet there's no possible way you could ever enforce that consistently, because then you'd have to start banning the Quran for calling for the violent subjugation of Jews and Christians and everyone else. You'd have to ban the Hadith. They're not going to do that. So they'll say, hey, we're making a law that you can't hurt another people's feelings about their religion, but they will only enforce that when the victims are Muslims. That's the only place they'll enforce it. And here you have the UK, where they'll have a rule against terrorism, and then they'll apply it in ridiculous ways to where, oh, let's lock up the guy who just held a rally. Let's lock him up for terrorism. And all these people actually calling for slaughtering people in the name of Allah, no, they get a free pass because that's just their religion. Well, that's the situation, right?
It's just the poor religion. That's what they do. Let those people with that poor religion just go out there and say, we want to kill you. That's all right. That's all right. Why are you judging them? That's what they said.
And again, the issue for me is consistency. Like, be consistent. If you want to say we're banning speech that offends other religions, fine, be consistent with it. You show up at the mosque, apply that rule consistently. You never will. So it's be consistent. If you're going to apply a rule, then apply it evenly and fairly. And if you're not going to apply it evenly and fairly, do not come up with that rule. A bunch of hypocrites.
Powerfully said. So, anyway, let's talk about Erdogan. Let's talk about Erdogan here. So Erdogan, what is this, man? This is very hard to manage here with your Mac system.
Yeah.
What is this?
AP normally uses a mouse, and I've got a trackpad, and he's all confused. Wait, I have no, it'd be too late to do it right now. I have a mouse around here somewhere that I could plug in. That way you could go back to 19 95.
Yeah, go ahead. Erdogan says Turkey might enter Israel to help Palestinians. So that's what it says here. And I watched the speech that he gave. He basically said there is no reason we cannot do this. We must be so strong that we can take these steps. Just as we entered Karabakh and Libya. Karabakh is the region that is so Nagorno-Karabakh is the Armenian region that Turkey recently invaded together with Azerbaijan and kicked out the Armenians there. He said, just as we entered Libya and Karabakh, we could also totally invade Israel. Yes, we must do it. He said we must be very strong so that Israel can't do these ridiculous things to Palestine. Just like we entered Karabakh, just like we entered Libya, we might do similar to them. Erdogan told a meeting of his ruling AK party in his hometown of Rize. So that is what he said. I listened to the whole thing in Turkish as well. There is no need to play it now. But it is very much publicly available. And of course, the question that people have in response to this is, why in the world is Erdogan doing this? And will he be getting away with this? Or will he face consequences for this, considering that, yes, hold on, yes, considering that that Israel is a major NATO ally and Turkey is a member of the NATO, which some people mistakenly and wrongfully and shamefully and disgustingly also refer to as NATO. So this is just what people are waiting for, because it has just been escalating and escalating and escalating forever. Now, to be very honest, I don't believe for a second, that Turkey would or could actually invade Israel. I think Turkey is in no position to do that. Turkey would risk everything and send its nation down the drain. Turkey wouldn't really stand a chance. And Erdogan is somebody who likes to talk a lot, who likes to bark a lot, and who doesn't actually do anything. So I don't think that there will be any consequences or anything to be taken seriously here. But the issue is, even if there are no action taken from Turkey, this is not something that you should just be able to say, right? You shouldn't just be able to make such an explicit threat. Against Israel, which has been one of the major partners of the NATO, one of the major allies of the United States of America. This should result in consequences for Turkey. I don't know, if you ask me, maybe they should just go in and take Turkey and turn Istanbul into Constantinople again. What do you think?
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, see?
Let's do this.
Problem solved. Problem solved. There we have it. Problem solved. It was
problem solved.
If I knew it was that easy, I wouldn't even have scheduled the live.
They should just they should just put us in charge of militaries and stuff. Yeah. We'd have world peace in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. When I was a little boy, my mama told me, never stop chasing your dreams. So maybe now the time has come when we can finally chase our dreams and take over Istanbul and make it Constantinople again. Yeah. Mr. Mag said, how many, I'm really sorry, dead children, again, really, really sorry, does it take for AP to start his show on a time more comfortable for Israelis? This is a very, very, very morbid question.
Yeah, pretty dark sense of humor there.
Yeah. However, I started it just on time, which is I started it just after David finally arrived and was ready to go live. So,
well, we did have issues. We were plugging in the multiple microphones. The program I use would recognize them. This one won't. So, anyways, it's not a big deal. Just have to order. I've been told you have to order a little sound mixer. Plug both mics in and plug one into the computer, and that solves all the issues. But anyway, yeah. So someone messaged me after I was trying to figure it out yesterday.
Yeah. Yes. Paola Lungaro said, "You guys haven't a sleepover. Learn English, man."
Yeah. No, we haven't a sleepover.
Learn English.
We have a come over during the day.
Yeah,
that's what we had.
Yeah. I came a long way to visit David, and also to have some time with the family, and also to work on some things together. That's what we did. So that's why.
So we're here, and someone suggested we go live.
Yeah.
For you people.
Yeah.
Wait. What do you mean, you people?
And David said we should go live. I said, I don't want to go live. I don't care, man. He said, come on, man. There are lots of people who would be happy to watch this. I said, I don't care about those people.
Yeah, he's like, those guys are losers.
Losers, you
losers.
The weaklings, they're finished. He said, come on, we should be doing something for them. I said, are you sick in the mind? But anyway, so we decided eventually to to solve our disagreements and go live together. So Juju B said, David Wood and AP can't get much better.
That's true.
That's true. This is very much true. I can confirm this. It has also been scientifically confirmed recently.
Hey, and by the way, for anyone who's always wondering, they always wonder like what's this thump sound going on? Now that I'm actually sitting by AP while we're live, I see he keeps one leg going like this. So whenever you hear the thump, that means it's somehow up against his mic or whatever, or bumping on the desk. And so for all future reference, when you hear on the audio, that's his leg, which is going like this constantly while he's live, is actually up against the microphone somehow.
That's totally
mystery solved.
Totally irrelevant to the topic of the video, but okay. Input latency said he's not late, P. He's the lagnostic prophet. We can't be certain whether he's late. God bless peeps. This is a very, very good point. In fact, I would like to pin this comment here and make it so that everyone always remembers this and keeps this in mind. This is basically the point of this entire channel. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, after such a rude interruption by David about some legs and weird things, which has nothing to do with the topic at all, let me read a few more super chats here. Okay. Should get back to work said David Wood versus jihadis. Come at me. David Wood versus tech.
You have no idea how right you are. It's like, oh, hey, there's this big danger. It's like, oh, cool. And it's like, oh, you have to figure out how to do this. It's like, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Are you joking?
Yes. Yeah. Robert Michaels correctly said it. It's ADHD. It's severe ADHD. AP is ADHD. This is what they do. That's what they do. People with ADHD.
Let's get it down to 70 HD.
That wasn't that bad.
It's like the dumbest thing I've ever said in my entire life.
But it wasn't that bad. Yeah, ADHD represent. Anyway, yes. Leather straps off the vertical smiles.
People who didn't see us talking about the Heinrich Heine poem won't know what that's about. But yeah, that's funny.
Yes.
Leather straps of the vertical smile. Oh boy.
Leather straps of the vertical smile said, David, do you like my new name? Nice head anyway. David, did you notice that this person has a new name?
Yep. Oh yeah, but look at that. Look at the symbol.
I see. It's pretty base.
They got the wink and then the oh boy.
Paolo Lungado said David Wood looks like a young Monopoly guy. I think that's what he's going for, actually. Yeah. Before he lost all his hair.
I'm gonna start rocking a bowler hat for no reason. Maybe get a little screaming goat on there.
Alhamdulillah. VFA 1222 said top hat and stacks of Jew go to be Scrooge.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh.
What?
How can I top that? I don't know.
There's no topping that.
What is this?
Well, that's a hand exerciser. You thump your leg, I squeeze the crap out of that all day.
This is how he deals with all your mean comments.
That's what I do.
That's what they do. That one Jewish girl. Hey, what's up? That one Jewish girl. Wait. I clicked away. What's up? That one Jewish girl. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hey, David, if you see TYSM, it means thank you so much.
Okay. I got it now.
Thank you so much for subscribing to me. How would you like the vid? I haven't seen it yet.
Didn't watch it yet.
Haven't watched it yet.
Busy nonstop.
Was busy nonstop.
We will get to it.
But we will get to it.
It will be dope.
It will be dope. So,
and if it's not, we will tell you.
And if it's not, we will tell you. Yeah.
It'll be like, this is the worst video ever.
Yeah, terrible. What is happening?
Learn to use a trackpad, man.
What is happening?
Like a 4-year-old uses.
Yes. Okay, one more super chat and then let's see. Blunt Pencil said, AP, with that head, it is as if you belong in that song, Gaza sky is black, but Qatar is always sunny. Love you guys from Portugal. Portugal. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I should make some good music videos with this outfit here. It's gonna come soon. Today I was thinking of a parody of the song, what's it called? Genie in a Bottle. And I was wanting to share that with David, and he's like, I have no idea what that is. And I thought, wow, man. That's just ridiculous. What is it? What do you do?
What? Oh, I don't know if you want this, but it's part of the album. I know you've got your
I already got this. It's
Star of David. Which is better?
This one.
Which is better? Money, that's the route of people like Jake Shields or Israel. You have to pick one.
Make your choice. Will you choose money or will you choose honor? I'll take the money, man. Yeah, that's based. Alex Cohen said, I love you guys. Thank you all for the amazing work that you do. I'm curious to know how you both met. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That like 90 times.
Thank you so much, Alex Cohen. I appreciate it. So once upon a time, I just texted David. I sent him an email when I was at the beginnings of my YouTube channel. I said, hey, what's up, man? Would like to collaborate and stuff. And I just got a new YouTube channel.
And I was like, who is this dork?
Yeah. And David responded and he's like, wow, you got such a good channel. It's already growing so fast. This is awesome. Wow. Would love to collaborate. And I said, yeah, okay, man. Okay, yeah, whatever. I wasn't really that excited, but yeah, okay. Chill. But yeah, let's do it. And he said, okay. And then we got together and did a live stream. And then we thought, hey, maybe we should do some more. So we did that too. Yeah. And that's how it happened. Alhamdulillah.
Hey, what the heck?
What?
During the 2024 Paris Olympics, 2 separate incidents involving judokas from Tajikistan and Algeria sparked controversy. Nurali Imomali from Tajikistan refused to shake hands with Israeli judoka Baruch Shmelov, instead shouting Allah Akbar. Shortly after, Imam Ali suffered a dislocated shoulder in his next match. You see, Algerian judoka
This is a sign from Allah.
Driz Masoud withdrew from his scheduled match against Israeli judoka Tohar Butbol, reportedly to avoid competing against an Israeli athlete. These actions have been interpreted by some as acts of solidarity with Palestine and against the normalization of relations with Israel.
I don't know why they would think that. That's
just imagine. I mean, you've got jihadis all over the world for decades, tens of thousands of terrorist attacks, and we're not supposed to have any problem with that. But you know, open season on Jews right now. Interesting.
Yeah. That is what has been happening here recently, and I would like to talk about how disturbing that is to me. Yes. I didn't know you had this here, man. This is kind of cool. Yeah, so one of those people from Tajikistan refused to shake hands with a Jew.
Instead said Allah Akbar.
Said Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
And then Allah said, bro, leave me out of this, man. And then he gave him a slap and dislocated his shoulder. The last thing we saw was the guy crying on the ground. Like, please, Allah, why are you doing this? I even refused to shake hands with a Jew. And I said, Allahu Akbar, why would you do this to me? Why am I in pain now? He doesn't get it. It's the God of Israel punishing this guy. See?
Hey, people are saying, look, Emily Schrader there. Karma's a blank. Tajikistan Nuri Imam Ali refused to shake hands with Israeli judoka Baruch and shouted Allahu Akbar. In the next round, he ended up with a dislocated shoulder, sobbing on the mat.
Well, that's what they do. I mean, learn your lesson, man. Learn your lesson. There was a guy in the Turkish parliament. We remember when the whole thing started in October, I think, when the whole war started, and he was standing there in his speech and he cursed Israel, and he said, "May Allah descend His curse upon Israel and those who help them." And immediately he had. Why are you laughing, man? It's not funny.
No, I'm not laughing.
Immediately, as he was done with his speech, he had a heart attack and died right there. You know what they say? I don't know what they say, but they probably say something, you know.
They say, mess around, find out, or something like that.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. That's what they do. That's what they say. Yeah. Crazy Normie YT said, "Free Turkey, Iran, and Lebanon from the religion of peace." Iran is probably soon.
Iran is very soon.
Lots of people in Iran just don't really like Islam anymore, don't believe in it anymore, and stuff like that. I just want to respond to something here. Oh, Rebecca is here. What's up, Rebecca? What's up? How you doing? Rebecca. Shout out to Rebecca Barsif. Her channel is doing very well. Where did I just see her? But her channel is doing quite well for a 3-year-old. She's pumping out content every day. So, and really keeping it up.
Let me see. Rebecca Barsif.
Yeah, Rebecca Barsif. She's doing a very good job putting out very insightful stuff. When I was at the age of 3, I could barely speak, and she is just she's doing these awesome videos. So
that would be Islamic reasoning, right? Because the objection is, it's like, wait a minute, Bible doesn't say how old Rebecca was, just calls her a young woman, and it says that she's watering 10 camels, which would be a lot of water. And so how could a 3-year-old do that? Seems impossible. And the response would be, well, what about Rebecca Barsif? She's 3 and she has a YouTube channel. So it can be done. Even AP admits she's 3. Oh, this is the proof.
Here's AP admitting that she's 3 years old. You see. Motorhead said, oh, come on, man. I was kind of stuck on that word. Shalom. I don't know what the rest means. Can barely read it. Alhamdulillah. But still, it was at least 1 out of 3 words. See, I'm still learning. Yeah. What else? Tarun Taj. Hey, I don't care. Tarun, I don't care about your vegan.
Here
content.
we go.
Vegan.
We go.
Hey guys, what's up? Tarun, vegan. Can I join?
Vegan. Don't eat meat. Just eat wheatgrass.
Did I ever ask what you eat and why you don't eat it?
Everything is wheatgrass. Wheatgrass stew, wheatgrass salad, wheatgrass kebabs.
Oh no, guys! No, guys! You got it all wrong. All I wanted to talk about is vegan.
Baked wheatgrass with wheatgrass sauce.
Alhamdulillah. Steve C said, if Erdogan attacks Israel and Israel attacks Turkey, NATO will have to attack NATO to protect Israel. But I'm an atheist, so what do I know? This is how it works. But if Turkey attacked Israel and Israel then counterattacked Turkey, then it would, of course, be the evil Zionist regime trying to start a war.
I think we should just trade out. Fair trade. Take Israel and NATO, and Turkey can join some axis of evil.
Alhamdulillah. That would be perfect, man. That would be perfect. Veganism is from Allah, said Pro-Life Claw. That makes sense. Vegan extremism, yeah. That's what they do. Eugene P said, learn Hebrew alphabet. What do you think I'm doing right now? Eugene? I'm doing that right now. I am actually doing that. I even have these.
You're going to pull up more stuff?
I even have these cards with me that I learn Hebrew with right now.
Yes, flashcards.
Yeah, I got Hebrew flashcards. I'm a good learner.
He's got his Hebrew the Gathering deck.
Didn't Erdogan try to reform Quran when he started? No, he just had his own interpretations of things, but he didn't really try to reform it. That would be very unacceptable. He did get into power with the help of a Sufi cult that he then later on declared as enemy of the state, and now he's at war with them and stuff. But yeah, that's what they do. Anyway, other news is that, so this is getting real. This is real. Where Hezbollah actually fired at Israel, and the projectiles, one of them landed in the middle of a soccer field. Ew, I just said soccer, man. What's wrong with me?
Man gets a pat on the back. See, we are making a difference, people. We are making a difference. You heard it here.
In the middle of a football field, and killed a bunch of children. So we even have a list of those of all those who were killed and their ages. In fact, I should bring that up here. I famously retweeted this because I'm very famous. Let's see, where is that? Where is this, man? What kind of garbage is this? So anyway, I can't pull this up here right now because I'm on David's computer, which is pretending to be.
To be fair, neither one of us knows how to use this thing at all.
Yeah, but the age range is quite low. It is 12 kids that were whose ages range from here I have it. Milar Madad Al-Shar, 10 years old. Alma Ayman Fakhreddin, 11 years old. Naji Tahir Halabi, 11 years old. As I'm reading this, lots of people will notice something about the names, which is that these are all Arabic sounding names and not Hebrew sounding names. Yazan Naif Abu Saleh, 12. Izil Nashat Ayub, 12 years old. Finis Adham Safadi, 12 years old. John Wadi Ibrahim, 13 years old. Hazem Akram Abu Salah, 15 years old. Fajr Laith Abu Salah, 16 years old. Amir Rabi Abu Salah, 16 years old. And another one, Nazim Fakhir Saib, age not specified. But these are the children. These are the children that were killed yesterday in the attack. Or these are at least 11 of the 12 children who were killed in this attack by Hezbollah. And what happened is that Hezbollah first fired these projectiles toward Israel, then proudly took responsibility and said, we just attacked Israel in response to their attacks and all that. As soon as it came out, as soon as the videos started surfacing, and the videos showed that children were killed, and that the explosion took place in the middle of her football field, and children died as a result of that, and the pictures and the videos are out there, and if you can't take it, I would not recommend really looking at them and watching them, but they are very graphic with the children's bodies after they were hit with these rockets. After the images came out, after the videos came out, Hezbollah suddenly backtracked and said, no, we don't have anything to do with this. We take no responsibility. It wasn't us. It wasn't us at all. No, we didn't do this. It was probably Israel themselves, probably misfired missiles, or probably doing it themselves to start a regional war. It has nothing to do with us. We didn't do this. It's, of course, too late at that point, because earlier they acknowledged that it was them, that they did indeed.
Well, it's not
fire.
Too late to dupe a bunch of morons.
Yeah, lots of people actually
Jake Shields would be like, no, this was Israel. They did it.
Yeah. It started immediately. I checked immediately Arab Twitter, which is full of just disgusting misinformation, using old videos of saying, look, this is a misfired Iron Dome missile, or things like that, immediately deflecting and trying to blame Israel for this. But if you look only at the facts, it is too late. Hezbollah took responsibility and killed a bunch of children, and then later claimed that they did not do it.
They abrogated their earlier claim.
They said it wasn't. So, anyway, Israel called this out, and Israel has been talking about this, and has been Israeli representatives went to the territory where the attack happened to show their solidarity and to promise that they will be doing something about this. And those targeted, by the way, were, as I said, they all have Arabic-sounding names. They were Druze people from the Druze community, who are technically, in their background, Arab and Arabic speakers, but they no longer really identify as Arabs. They have developed their own culture, their own ethno-religion, the Druze religion. So it was them. Every single dead is that was targeted on that day was a Druze. So the Druze community came out and started condemning this and even issuing warnings and saying, if the government doesn't act, then we will act, and things like that. And yeah, and Israel today went into started having certain emergency meetings in order to discuss the next steps. And the next steps are that Israel repeatedly over the months, after attack after attack by Hezbollah, Israel has repeatedly said, stop right now or we will invade. Stop right now or we will go all in. And Hezbollah did not stop. They kept provoking, kept poking, kept saying, yeah, how about fight us and we will finish you. We will destroy your state. Israel kept saying, stop or we will invade. And this attack looks like it really crossed the line. It crossed a red line. And there are fears that Israel might now invade Lebanon and deal with Hezbollah. But we'll see what happens. Lots of countries, of course, are trying to say, no, let's not do this. But they're always telling Israel not to do this, always telling Israel not to escalate, always telling Israel after Israel is targeted, oh, no, it is now time for restraint. No, Israel, now it's time for restraint. How about no? How about no? Do you have that button, or you don't have it set up?
No, I don't have it plugged in.
Terrible.
How advanced do you think I am? You literally saw me take this out of the box and plug it in.
How about no is what Israel said. So Israel might attack and there might be a regional war, and people will blame Israel as soon as it starts. As soon as it starts, they will start saying, no, ceasefire now, ceasefire now.
That's what's crazy. They could do like 20 bombings on kids' soccer matches in Israel, and the world for a brief time would go, oh, shame on Hezbollah, that's messed up. Israel has a right to defend itself. And then the moment Israel starts going after the people who did it, it will be, no, ceasefire. Why? Where's the proportionate response?
Yeah, Visegrad just reported that all flights to and from Beirut International Airport have been canceled. I saw earlier on mainstream media that many flights on their way to or from Beirut were rerouted or canceled. Lots of governments have issued warnings. There were talks that some said leave Lebanon immediately, but I haven't seen any official report on that. But they did say that that they do not recommend traveling to Lebanon right now. So I don't know. Israel is really promising the Druze community in Israel that they will not let this slide, and that they will hold the Hezbollah and the murderers accountable for what happened. And people are really expecting that a war might start between Israel and Lebanon. And again, this is not something that Israel wanted, right? This is not something that Israel has been aiming for. They have repeatedly said, stop this immediately or we will enter. Just like they told Hamas repeatedly, stop or we will enter. Hamas didn't stop. Hamas did October 7. Israel is now finishing Hamas. And so much of the world, including the closest allies, are saying, no, okay, time to stop, have restraint. And Israel is saying, nope, not stopping. We will continue going until they're done. And I don't know how it's going to go with Hezbollah right now, but things might go a little bit crazy. David, what do you think about this?
I don't know. I doesn't seem like they seriously want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, if you're Hezbollah, you've seen what just happened and is currently happening to Hamas, but you're also Hezbollah, and you know that you are a better fighting force than Hamas. So you know you would be able to put up more of a fight than Hamas did, but you also know you're going to lose. So do you really want to do it? I don't think so. I think you're just trying to impress the rest of the Muslim world. It's the same thing with Dawa. It's the same thing with Dawa. Everyone's like vying for attention to show that they're the best group. But you have countries doing that right now. Why is Erdogan flexing? He's trying to impress the Muslim population. Why is Hezbollah doing this? Why are all these different groups doing that? They're all competing for attention right now.
It's just like what Hamas did at the beginning of this war. They came out and they said, yes, the time has come. The time has come to rise up and finally attack this Zionist entity and put an end to this Zionist entity. And we will kill the Jews. And then once the counterattack came and Israel entered, they were like, oh, no, we were just resisting the occupation. And how about we just come to an agreement? And yeah, how about we stop doing this? And we don't even have a problem with Jews. This is how they are. It's literally every Islamic
I mean,
state
guys, think about it. It's the exact same thing over and over again, big scale and small scale. The thing we all just saw about the, what was that, Manchester airport, where two guys are swinging on security. One guy punched multiple female police officers in the face. Like he's sitting there, I mean, he's punching them exactly like he would punch a man. He's sitting there smashing their faces in, they're falling over and stuff like that. And then right when that guy hits the ground, police officer kicks it. The guy, like 3 seconds earlier, was punching a girl in the face. As soon as he hits the ground, police officer kicks him in the face.
Beast.
That's where the footage starts that was shared all over social media to claim that police are just beating up random Muslims. But think about that. It's the Muslims starting it. The Muslims are doing horribly unacceptable stuff. They wait till someone retaliates and then, all right, roll. Oh, look, we're being victimized here. We're being victims. It's the same thing on national scales, right? It's the exact same thing Hamas does. We're going over there. We'll do this. And then Israel retaliates and, oh, look, we're victims. It's that's why I say they've only got a couple plays in their playbook. Yeah. Is their main play. Mess with everybody else until someone retaliates and then portray yourselves as victims and then moan to the entire rest of the world and get all the groups that rally around victims on your side over and over again. Why? Because it works. People are stupid enough to fall for it.
Why is the world not helping us? Why are they not stepping in? Why is this happening to us? We were just joking when we said we are about to destroy the Zionist entity. Please help us. Mars Incoming is apparently gifting memberships left and right here. And
is that those separate?
Turkey is threatening Israel. What do you think about this, AP? I don't know. I have to know.
Yeah. Wait, that's happening?
No,
someone's
first time hearing
threatening this. Israel? Turkey?
First time I'm hearing this today. But as funny as that is, Mars Incoming has gifted 50, 100, 150,
50, 100,
200.
50, 100 would be 5,000 AP.
No.
5,000 memberships?
No.
Okay.
Mars Incoming has gifted 201. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you just became a YouTube member. Okay. So you became a YouTube member and gifted 200 memberships. Lots of people became members. That's very basic.
I hope that wasn't accidental. She's trying to push the button and it's sending more and more memberships.
Well, you're not getting it back, just so you know.
My memberships.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that very, very much. Lots of people are becoming members now. It would be funny if there are haters here who are like, "What is this channel? You are disgusting. You make me sick." You were just
and then their membership. And then they're members. That's funny. I hate you, AP. I hope you die. I'm gonna waste it. Hey, I'm a channel member.
Oh, well, I changed my mind.
And then we screenshot when it says they're channel members. I'm like, look at this guy. And we send a screenshot to his mosque. And we're like, look, this guy's a channel member of the Apostate Prophet.
He's not only a subscriber, but also a channel member. He supports his channel. Yeah, and that's how we cause a killing. And by killing, I mean, of course, income. Yes, not anything else. Don't get me wrong. But Marcin coming, that's very, very, very solid move. Thank you so much. Appreciate it very, very much. This is very, very good, very cool. Thank you, Marcin coming.
It's
cool.
very based.
Yeah, as Donald Trump would say. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Eugene P said, any advice on bringing up external text, not eternal text? Any advice on bringing up external texts like tafsir and Sharia books or even fatwas, or avoid it and stick to Quran and Hadith? Big fan. Love you guys. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I pretty regularly go to commentaries, because if it's mainly to prevent accusations that you're just making stuff up, right? You quote a so in other words, if you quote Surah 65 verse 4, which allows men to marry, have sex with, and divorce girls all before they've reached the age of puberty.
Based.
If you are to quote that and say that's what it means, a Muslim who's not familiar with that is going to think you're making it up. So when you show, nope, here's Ibn Kathir saying it means exactly what I just said, and here's Ibn Abbas saying it means exactly what I just said, and here's the two Jalals, Tafsir Jalalain, saying it means exactly what I just said, and here's 30 other commentaries saying it means exactly what I just said, and here's Muhammad Hijab saying it means that, and here's all these other guys saying it means that, then they can't dismiss it as you making it up, because everyone down through history was saying it. So yeah, quote the tafsirs.
That's what they do.
But mainly in situations where people might think you're making up an interpretation.
Yeah. I would always recommend sticking primarily to the Quran and the Hadiths, and especially to those Hadiths that are so primarily Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, but also the other 4 books out of the 6, and always check that they are authentic, or Sahih, or Hasan, good. However, when it comes to a discussion where the other side does not understand or does not agree with your definition and with your citation, then sometimes it is necessary to go to the tafsir, and sometimes even necessary to go to so-called Sharia books, by which you're probably referring to fiqh books, jurisprudential books that have certain rulings agreed upon by many Islamic scholars. Those are usually very useful if you have a conversation with people whose knowledge of the subject matter is a little bit more advanced. Others will just look at you like, what is this? Nathaniel Rosen says, as long as Turkey controls the passage to the Black Sea, nothing will happen. Yeah, Turkey is involved in too many internationally entangling agreements and unions. Erdogan sat there and said, oh, there is nothing preventing us from doing this. We could totally enter Israel. But he knows that's not true. No. That's nonsense.
That's what I mean. These guys, they're all thumping their chest about stuff they're not going to do because they're trying to impress Muslims. Right? Yeah. It's like a Dawa guy saying, yeah, I debated the best of the best, and you've never... matter of fact, it's like Zakir Naik, right? It's like Zakir Naik never once in his entire career faced anything remotely resembling an actual debater. But he acts like he did. Right? He acts like he's the champion. And that's all that matters in Islam. You just have to sound like you're a thug.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
There's even something funnier, which is I quickly want to share these news here to look at some funny context here. But there's just news from yesterday where Erdogan invited the Palestinian Authority, PLO, leader Mahmoud Abbas, to come to Turkey and to speak in the Turkish parliament. And he did that in response to, he was like, oh, the Americans invited Netanyahu to speak in their Congress. Well, how about this? We now hereby invite the Palestinian Authority leader, Mahmoud Abbas, to come and speak in our parliament. And you know what happened? Mahmoud Abbas didn't come. Mahmoud Abbas didn't come. And Erdogan is now angry about this, and he's and demands an apology from Mahmoud Abbas. This is just how pathetic I don't want to say Turks are.
I'll say it.
Okay, say it.
Turks are a joke, man.
But this is how pathetic Turkey is, where they play like they're like, oh, we are the hero. We will defend the Muslims. We will defend these people who are our allies, who are our friends. How about if Netanyahu goes and speaks in the U.S. Congress? How about we invite Mahmoud Abbas so he speaks right here? That will show them. And Mahmoud Abbas is like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. And then Erdogan is like, how dare you? Apologize now. This is so stupid, man. So stupid. Imagine being rejected by Mahmoud Abbas. And imagine being rejected by the Palestinian Authority. Is there anything more pathetic? No. Literally nothing more pathetic. Cars in Depth said Hezbollah denied the attack on the soccer field because they killed Druze kids, not Jewish kids. This is a good point. Good point. Were those kids Jewish? They would have probably stood by it, but they denied it because Druze kids died, and not Jewish kids. Druze kids and not Jews kids. It rhymes. Yeah. I heard that if you want to be recognized as an ethno-religious group, it has to rhyme with Jews. Yeah.
No, I mean, you're sitting here saying that, and I'm thinking, isn't it weird that the two groups that make the best falafel are Druze and Jews?
It's not weird. That's pretty based. That's pretty based. Hey, wait a minute. There's a video of Erdogan slapping a child. I didn't even know about this until you mentioned it to me. But no. Oh, you have to play ads here? That's ridiculous, man. Anyway, yeah, there's a video of Erdogan slapping a child because the child will not kiss his hands. It's a very funny video. I would recommend checking it out. So, you only need one mic, David Wood. Mike Winger. This is pretty big. This is the best thing I've heard in my life, man.
Yeah, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Karen Fisher made a super chat. Thank you. Why are you dressed like Slash? Who is Slash? What is Slash? I don't know what Slash is.
Slash from Guns N' Roses, and it's our way of saying welcome to the jungle.
Oh, I see. Who is dressed like Slash?
Slash would wear a top hat like this sometime.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. I had no idea. So, David, explain.
Wait. You know about what's that song you were telling me to pay attention to earlier?
Genie in a Bottle.
Oh yeah. So you know about Genie in a Bottle. And you don't know about Guns N' Roses?
No, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Got that right. Wait, this is not the video, man. Anyway, whatever. Got that right.
The video is on Twitter, man. Twitter.
Yeah, I can't look at Twitter right now because if you're not logged in, and I can't view anything on Twitter properly here. So, but anyway, yeah, I was talking about the song "Genie in a Bottle" by Christina Aguilera because everyone knows that except David Wood, and I thought I could change it into because it goes like, "If you wanna be with me, something," and I thought, "If you want some camel pee." But yeah, I need to work on that a little bit. It's pretty good.
You got the lyrics.
Yeah, I got it.
All you need to do is record it and send it out.
Look at me, man. Look at me. Isn't it obvious that I got them lyrics?
Yeah, when you record it, do one of those things where you're like in the studio and you're up to the mic, but they record you at the mic, decked out.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I will also coat though.
I will also have to dress up as Christina Aguilera. I need to work on that.
Hey, look at that! It's the famous Karanagami Star of David Christmas tree topper.
Based. Wow. Hey, that's cool. It's good to see that right there. And it also says Mossab Hassan Yusuf's chosen cow. So this is extra based. I'm more valuable than all the Muslims. Yeah. Hyperactive said AP's Alhamdulillah always right on the money. Alhamdulillah. Huh? Alhamdulillah. That's what they do. Joshua TXI said, is this the Ali G and Scrooge crossover episode? It is something like that.
Oh, I've got the Ali G outfit around here somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, yeah, you have that whole thing.
Yeah.
Too, right? Yeah, I remember. Amit Yanuka, Erdogan is a good name for a villain. Erdogan.
He's got dog in his name.
Erdog. Berali Troll said, have you read Das verfallene Haus des Islam by Ruth Koopmans, available in German, Dutch sociologist charting the impact of Islam? That sounds quite interesting. I haven't read it, though. David has, probably, so he probably knows.
Yeah. I don't read, I just watch video.
Based. Annotate said reading books is for losers, so I'm not sure if I can actually read that book. I have to ask him for permission. Call of Ghidorah said, David, do you know why some verses like Matthew 17, verse 21 are missing from newer versions of the Bible?
Oh, it's because they don't like the verses until they cut them out. No, it's called textual criticism. You examine Bible manuscripts. You examine Bible manuscripts, and if you find that early manuscripts don't have something and so on, then you have decisions. You have decisions to make, like, how did this get in here? Did it drop out of certain manuscripts, or did someone add it later? And they know how things like this happen, right? You have the synoptic gospels. They'll cover the same passages. So, for instance, as far as textual criticism goes, like a passage in Mark can include something that's not included in Matthew in the same story, and so on. And one thing that would happen with scribes is, if you're writing down the story, but you've copied Mark a bunch of times and you know it in Mark, but now you're copying Matthew, you actually just insert it from memory. You insert it from memory. And then later textual critics eventually come along and they go, wait a minute, this verse isn't in these other manuscripts. It looked like a scribe included this part from this other gospel here. So the idea isn't that these things are made up or that someone made it up at a certain point. This is just something that happened in the history of scribes copying books. And so if you're a textual critic now, you look at this and you look at all the evidence, you look at the various manuscript families and so on, and you say, what's more likely, that someone forgot to include this verse here, or that someone added it later because you find something else in a different gospel or something like that? So we know how these things happen.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the two options. Yes. Whatever David just said, I wasn't listening. I was trying to pull something up.
But by the way, you have the same things that you have in textual criticism of the New Testament. You have the same thing in textual criticism of pretty much anything. It's the same basic rules. We know what happens with people who copy long books. You find similar things in the Quran, like what's the only chapter that doesn't start with the Bismillah? You remember from Ali Dawah trying to trap you?
Surah Tawbah.
9. But you have the Sanaa palimpsest, and it does include the Bismillah. So wait a minute, there's not supposed to be a Bismillah at the beginning. So you have to say, you're a textual critic who's encountering that would have to ask what happened. What's more likely, that someone just took it out of Bismillah there for no reason, or that whoever wrote the Sanaa palimpsest, that person included it just because he's used to including it because of all the other chapters. So you'd have a similar thing. The difference is,
so many excuses, man.
The difference is, when a textual critic is doing that, he's like, oh, I know why this happened. When a Muslim reads about something like that, they go, oh, you see, they're changing the scriptures, they're altering them to bring them in line with their views. No, they're not. They're not saying, oh, I don't like this verse. They're saying, here's a question about this verse that arises in the history of manuscripts, and because of these factors, we think it probably wasn't in the original.
So many excuses. So many excuses.
Yes, you do make excuses.
Yes.
For being a loser.
Anyway, let's watch this Erdogan clip here, which is very based.
Kiss him in the hand.
Well, see, people say that Erdogan will not do anything, but here you can see that he strongly and forcefully slaps a little child. So if he can slap a child, do you think he can invade Israel?
Yeah, if he's based enough to slap a little kid.
Yeah. So I think just looking at that video, Israel should be afraid. Israel should be afraid. Israel should be afraid. I think at this point, after receiving this threat from the same guy who has the balls to slap a little child, Israel should immediately apologize and say, please, please, tell us what you want from us, and we will do it, Mr. Erdogan. Mr. Erdogan.
Been funny if that kid went totally gangsta, right? Like,
Yeah.
yo, get your hands off me.
Yeah. Or if the kid went up,
kicked him in the nads or something.
The kid like jumped up and slapped him in the face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it'd be funny if it was just in a reaction. He's like tapping. The kid's like, bah!
Leather stamps of the vertical smile. Probably his bodyguards would come in and kick that little boy. That's what they do in the past. That's what they did in the past. That's how they treat protesters. They kick them around. What hadith just straight up make you two vomit? This implies that some hadiths would make me vomit. The only hadith that would make me vomit would be one that says, actually, one that makes me vomit is the one that talks about rotten meat, and it informs us about why meat goes bad. And I always think about that. It says, if it weren't for the children of Israel, meat would not go bad. So that's a hadith where Muhammad explains the scientific reason behind why meat decays, and he says meat decays because of Jews. So that is one that always makes me want to stay away from rotten meat, and makes me want to vomit when I think about eating rotten meat.
Yeah, you have this stuff that was just disgusting morally. So that's passages about like, sex with prepubescent girls and stuff like that. So all that stuff's gross. And then you have the stuff that would like actually make you sick, like, drinking camel urine. Probably the nastiest thing would probably be, scratching the semen stains off Muhammad and stuff. All that's gross. But where Muhammad talks about licking each other's fingers clean, like if you don't want to lick your own fingers clean, then give it to your buddy and have him lick your fingers clean. That's kind of disgusting.
Finger licking good.
Like we did that for Islamicize Me, and we made it look like Vocab's putting his finger in my face, but it was actually, then we like we did a quick cut, and then it's actually my own finger. But just the thought of sucking on someone else's finger after eating, even though it's my own finger, was still like disgusting to even think about. So yeah, lots of nasty stuff in the Muslim sources.
See, if you followed the wonderful morals and the commands and the wisdom of Muhammad, you would always suck people's fingers. This is why you need Islam. Alhamdulillah. And here I want to quickly show this wonderful Quran verse, not Quran verse, wonderful hadith, which says so wisely. This is actually something that Jews should probably be more aware of. How the whole paranoia about Jews is not just something that exists today. It is. Look at this. The Prophet Muhammad said, were it not for Bani Israel, which means children of Israel, were it not for the children of Israel, meat would not decay. And were it not for Eve, no woman would ever betray her husband. So women betray their husbands because of Eve, and meat goes bad because of the Jews. You see, this is the powerful wisdom, and this is a Sahih directly from Bukhari. It is a very well-recognized, authenticated hadith. Muhammad definitely did say this by Islamic standards. So here Muhammad informs us of the wonderful scientific insight that meat only decays because the Jews.
By the way, this is one of many passages in the Muslim sources. Women betray their husbands because of something Eve did. This is relevant because Muslims claim that there's no concept of original sin in Islam, and it's some sort of original sin that after that like affects all of humanity. And yet here you have Eve did something, and now women do something.
Yeah.
Because of her decision.
This is so ironic. Here's Mahdi Ahmed saying, "You have nothing but the hate of Muslims."
If we had the hate of Muslims, we'd be waging jihad, because that's how Muslims hate.
Yeah. And it's so ironic that you come here and exactly say this kind of stuff in this moment where I'm just showing on screen that your Prophet Muhammad literally told people that meat only goes bad because of the Jews.
And can you imagine him giving this message? Brothers and sisters, do you know Do you know why meat decays? You don't like meat decaying, do you? Doesn't it suck that meat? Wouldn't it be great if you kill an animal and you just let it sit there for years and years and years and it never decayed, and anytime you want a big old slice of that camel, it's there and it never goes bad? Yes, we would all love that, brothers and sisters. We would love that. It would be the best. So why does meat decay? It's the Jews. Go kill them. Go round up the Jews. Allahu Akbar, kill the Jews. They made our meat. They made our meat spoiled. And this guy, hey, all you do is spread hate of Muslims.
Why would you always hate Muslims?
No, it's the whole thing. We're victims. We attack you, but we're victims. We're gonna chop your head off for being an apostate. But if you criticize us back, we're victims.
Yeah.
A bunch of sniveling cowards, man.
It is so dumb. You literally have the dumbest prophet, the most obvious fake prophet, the most disgusting prophet, the prophet who spread so much hate and so much ridiculous nonsense in the world, and then you want to come to us and talk about hate? Really? Get out of here, man.
Yeah, like, dude, seriously, your fake prophet calls for our violent, bloody deaths.
Yes.
Do we get to respond?
No.
You want a world where we keep our mouths shut about your fake prophet calling for us to be slaughtered, calling for the violent subjugation of the entire world? No. The answer is no. We will not be quiet. No. Get over it. If you don't like us criticizing your prophet, get a better prophet.
If you respond, then that means you're a genocide. You're supporting genocide. You're committing genocide. Leather Strap said, what hadith? I'll rewrite this. What's wrong with you, man? Cult Wraith said, what would it take for Gay P and Gavit to do a live performance from Gaza with appropriate security, of course?
Appropriate security? I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And that would mean it's an area where you got the IDF running. I'd totally do that. That'd be fun. I even offered to do it at the Olympics. Yeah. But I haven't gotten any response.
I would do it too. I'm still
we offered to do a live presentation of it, of Muhammad Meets Queers for Palestine at the Olympics. And they said no. All they want is that Last Supper thing.
Yeah, we would even put on a special show just for that. We could write or have something special just for that event. We would totally do that. Yeah, totally up for it. Alhamdulillah. We would also do it in Saudi Arabia if they want to invite us and put us right next to the Kaaba. We would also do it there. Yeah. Fatwa said, Islamic logic, Rebecca was 3, but Isaac was only a prophet in Islam. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Wild how they claim to respect prophets. But, I mean, keep in mind, everyone's involved in that, right? Abraham sent his guy out. So if he sent his guy out to find a 3-year-old, then you're accusing Abraham, Isaac, everyone. They're all pedophiles and so on. Yeah. And just completely making it up to defend Muhammad. Certified claiming that they respect prophets when you say they respect one prophet.
Summer Nail said, how do I get a membership? Nobody is in charge of this except Allah. But whenever memberships are gifted, whenever somebody gifts memberships, I think it just randomly goes out to whoever is watching and subscribed. So if you get a membership by chance because you're subscribed and you're watching, that means it's Allah gifting you a membership. Yeah. Yes. Stephs said, thank you both for everything you do. Blessings. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Karen Fisher made a super chat. Thank you. Non-Demon says, what the heck did I just walk into? Bling AP and David Wood.
You just walked into the Screaming Goat Show.
Jared Gilmore, will Gapey and David join Timpo's drag show to celebrate Muhammad? Is he doing such a thing?
Is he doing a drag show?
Wow, if he's doing that, we have to.
Well, I would totally do it.
We have to go there.
I would totally go.
We need to find out if there's something.
David and Gapey.
I can contact him probably.
I'll be looking it up right now.
Mr. Meg said, AP, please show David Wood the very short vid, John Cleese, football versus soccer, please. I want to see his reaction. Maybe one day in the future, but not now. Mm-hmm. I can film him while he's reacting to it, Mr. Mog. Gwistel said, Grüße an Ron von Swiss Apologetics, die alte Nudel. Ja. Okay. Grüße an Ron von Swiss Apologetics.
Yeah. Whoa! What? Oh, okay. I see what happened. Cenk Uyghur said, if you're still offended by people in drag, please grow up. So he's obviously saying that in response to the Olympics thing. And then Tim Poole said, Cenk, would you join me in hosting a drag show live event where we have drag Muhammad and Jesus together to prove your point? So this Cenk saying, hey, grow up if you have a problem with drag, right? Why? Because people are complaining it's supposed to be like the Last Supper, and you've got this giant trans woman there in the place of Jesus. So Tim's saying, hey, if you're saying Christians need to grow up for having a problem with that, or other people need to grow up for having a problem with that, great. Well, let's have Jesus. Let's have Jesus and Muhammad in drag and see how. Let's test your little theory.
Yeah.
Like, is Cenk gonna be Muslims? Grow up, you bunch of Muslims. Grow up. No, you're riding in the streets and slaughtering people. Grow up,
you stupid idiots.
No, he's going to defend them and say shame on the people for doing the drag stuff.
I even saw an article earlier, I think on the Daily Beast or something, which was saying that, which was mockingly saying, Olympics organizers apologize to Christians for being butthurt. That's what it said.
Yeah,
I'm really wondering if they would also make such a title if Muslims were the ones offended. You know?
No, they wouldn't. It'd be totally different. It would be. They did the drag thing to oppress Muslims, and it's Islamophobic bigotry and so on. And
why we should respect every demand that Muslims have. Here is why. It's just so ridiculous, man. These people they're acting like they're actually doing something. They're being provocative or revolutionary or doing something. All they can do is to risk offending Christians, because everyone knows that Christians will not organize and go there and shoot the place or bomb the place. Nobody will walk around with machetes trying to behead them or anything like that. But immediately when it comes to Islam, they're like, oh no, Islam, no, we have to consider the feelings of Muslims because of these reasons and those reasons, and not because we're scared. No, because of all these other reasons. It's just so pathetic.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you have an Islamic terrorist attack, and you said, hey, this is because of the teachings of Islam and this is connected to Islam, those exact same people would say, no, but what about Westboro Baptist Church? They protest stuff. So you see, everyone has their radicals. Like, wait, we know that you understand that. We know it. We know that you all get that there's a difference, and you keep denying it. Every action you perform shows that you know Islam is in a different category, and you won't acknowledge it. And you hate and despise and condemn anyone who does acknowledge the obvious thing that we all know. This is wild stuff, man. These are fun times.
It's wild, man. It's wild. It's wild. People be wilding. Mumu Joe said, why need to stop saying Hamas, Hezbollah, it's Palestine and Lebanon? Soon people will say, I on Lebanon, poor Lebanon. The only reason why I think many people make the distinction between Hezbollah and Lebanon is that there is a big population in Lebanon that really doesn't want to be dragged into things by Hezbollah, especially the Christian population there. There have been repeated calls. I know of people who are Christian Lebanese people who do not like Israel, but they say, we don't want to be part of this. Please just leave us out of it. Stop dragging our whole country into a war. So there is such a significant population. You can't say the same thing about the Palestinians. They are very much mostly in support of what Hamas did.
Yeah, and you can think just the way the two countries have been historically. I mean, if you're growing up in Palestine, I mean, you're raised on Palestinian children's TV and so on. You're raised to think that martyrdom against Jews for the sake of killing Jews is like the greatest thing in life. So when an organization sets it off, it's like, okay, a bunch of your people are ready to die. You do have people there who don't want any of it, and that's what sucks, because you have people who don't want any part of it, and yet they're stuck right there. But yeah, it would be a significantly higher percentage of the population in Lebanon that's sitting there thinking, please don't get us into a war that gets us all bombed. Please don't do this right now.
Yeah, the region experienced too much war over the last decades, over the last century, even before that. The Maronite Christian community there suffered a lot. Others also did. Hezbollah is just using Lebanon now as a stronghold to wage a war, which they are in no position to win. They just act as Iran's proxy, and it's pretty bad.
And by the way, interesting. I mean, Lebanon in the 20th century was a Christian majority country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see how quickly things can change. Lebanon. So all you people in the UK and Paris and all these places, think about this. So Lebanon was a Christian majority nation. I had a friend named Ramzi from Lebanon, and I asked him what happened there. And he said, basically, the Christians modernized. The Christians were modernized. So they were only having like 1 or 2 kids. Lots of the Christians, and they were focused on sending their kids, getting their kids good educations and so on. And meanwhile, he said the Muslims are having 8, 10, 12 kids and so on. Mm-hmm. And then once the numbers start changing, then Christians get to the point where it's, okay, if we can get out of here, we need to get out of here. And so they start moving to Western nations as quickly as they can. And voila, now you have Lebanon, the Muslim majority country that's about to wage war against Israel. That's how quickly, again, guys, that was the 20th century. It was the 20th century. And here we are. So things can change. Things can change pretty darn quickly based on who's having the most babies.
The most based babies.
The most based babies.
Matt Silva, I thought leftists love minorities, but apparently they don't care about the Jews, just like they don't care about disabled, elderly, and children. Well, if you have on the one hand Muslims, and on the other hand another minority, then the other minority, of course, doesn't matter.
Yeah, if Muslims are involved in anything, even if they're a total majority, they count as the minority against whoever they're oppressing.
If there are 99 Muslims and 1 Jew in a room, then the Jew is the oppressor.
You're beating up some 90-year-old Jewish woman, then the Muslims are the victims in that situation.
And the Jewish woman probably did something wrong, according to them.
Yeah, and even if she didn't do anything, it's, other Jews did, so she deserves it.
Yeah, and it's just it didn't happen in a vacuum. It's like it's part of apartheid and oppression, and anything. Just throw in some word, it will work. Vlad the Impaler said, "AP is the only Turk I trust."
Dirtbag doesn't trust Hatun.
Yeah, there you go. In your face, Vlad. In your face. There's not only one Turk, there's another one that you're not supposed to impale. Carson Depth said new Corvette ZR1 has with 1,064 gasoline-powered horsepower. America F, yeah. This is a very, very useful piece of information.
Horsepower.
Very useful piece of information. I think this is actually the highlight of this live stream here, and it has helped a lot contribute to the topics we're talking about today. And I hope this can also bring peace to the conflict in the Middle East. Yeah. Jack and Jill went up the hill. No, Jack said, "Thanks, Mars incoming, Mossad." Yeah, Mars incoming is actually Mossad, not Mars incoming. Mars incoming. Cam, time to give 300 memberships. Peace be upon here.
You'll have your chance, Cam.
Yeah.
Be on my channel a little bit.
We'll be on David's channel in about 2
People like AP
hours.
More.
Everybody loves it.
Everybody loves that AP. Anyway, we were talking about this. He goes to it. He shows up at a Christian Apologetics conference and like, "Hey, come up on stage." Wait, what?
And I just randomly last minute decide to put on my shaky booty costume.
Then he jumps in a shaky booty costume and just walks up and sits down on stage for the panel of the Christians at the Christian Apologetics conference.
Weirdest thing I've
done. It's really weird.
FP Riri 21 said the thumb was enough proof for Newton to believe Pascal's wager was good enough for John Newman to believe AP God not real because I ran out of melatonin. This is a good. You have to admit it's a good argument, though. The melatonin argument.
It is.
Yeah. The AP's argument from melatonin. There's one reason why I don't believe in God. Lou, can you guys please tell me what you think of the Thule Society? Did Islam create Nazism? Thanks. Islam created nothing except, I don't want to say it, but Islam did not create Nazism. So,
no, the only thing is, the only connection I've seen as far as inspiration was that Hitler saw the Armenian genocide and realized that you could actually pull it off, because they would have thought there's no way you can just round up millions of people and haul them off to their deaths. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And then it did happen. And he saw that. So it's a little piece of the puzzle in the terms of, wait, someone can actually pull this off. Then later, of course, you have the connections between, the Grand Mufti and so on, and Hitler and so on. But yeah, that's not where Nazism came from.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Yes. Islam invented what? Love the heads. The heads are based, man. The heads are based.
The Thule Society. What would that be in German? Thule Society, originally the Studiengruppe für Germanisches Altertum.
Yes.
German antiquity.
Was
a German occultist group founded in Munich shortly after World War I, named after a mythical northern country in Greek legend. Yeah, not the sort of group we'd be studying a lot.
Yeah. I studied a little bit of the occultist influences and presence in among the Nazis, and I know that some people, Heinrich Himmler, for example, was very, very big into the occult, and Hitler loved him. He was like, he's my man, my Heinrich Himmler. He's my favorite. I love that guy. And Heinrich Himmler had this view of pushing out basically Christianity and replacing it with the occult and occult practices, and thereby creating the superior race that, instead of following a dysfunctional, peaceful, and meek religion like Christianity, following occultist practices of working toward the superiority of the Germanic races and things like that. It's really, really messed up. But yeah, there was a lot of occult presence in Nazi Germany, among the top ranking Nazis.
Did you like getting presents in Germany?
Yeah. They really liked presents. I'm sure that you could find a lot there if you would just look at their presents. Yeah. Can you guys please tell me what you think? You already write this, man. Flom. Okay, I don't know the letter. I still need to read. I need to read to learn. Yeah, totally. Became a member. Welcome. Mars incoming, gifted 50 more memberships. Thank you so much. Mossad is really working hard today. Don't you have better things to do, like discussing the situation with Lebanon right now? I don't know, but still, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mars incoming. Apostate of Allah, David Wood looks like that Willy Wonka would look as a what Willy Wonka would look like as a pimp. I can't read with these things on, man. You do look like a pimp.
Yo, baby. Yo, baby, you want some candy? I got some real fly everlasting gobstoppers here. What?
Yeah. Mossad gifted 50 more memberships. Thank you. This is very, very, very much appreciated. Mossad is gifting a lot of memberships here. Lots of people are becoming members. Thanks to Mossad. Steel and Rail Woodworking says, any thought on a posthumous decision to accept Jesus? Is the Bible clear on accepting him before death?
The Bible doesn't say that there is. Yeah, we've talked before. I've said that there are people who think that. So the reasoning would be, you have Old Testament, you have people in the Old Testament, and they're considered Old Testament saints. Those aren't people who would have accepted the gospel. And so do you believe that they were just judged based on the revelation they had available to them, and the blood of Christ is applied to them? Or do you believe that, after death, they actually encounter Jesus and accept him or something like that? But then the question raises, if you think it's the latter, then why couldn't that happen with other people, especially people who've never been evangelized or the pseudo-evangelized or something like that? But it's not something where you say this is the verse that proves this or something like that. The Bible doesn't say a lot about this, and so people can come up with different positions. But that is, if you go to a Christian philosophy conference, there will be people giving papers in favor of in favor of that position and responding to that and saying, no, that's not true. So anyway,
yeah,
that's about the status of it.
Yeah. The unbeliever said, I tried reading Mein Kampf. It really sucks. It really sucks. Sorry. Yeah, I still, honestly, this is one of those things that I'm conflicted on. It is one of the worst books that I've read, and I'm not sure if the Quran is worse or Mein Kampf is worse, honestly. And it pains me to say that, because I want to say that the Quran is worse, but Mein Kampf is really up there.
Yeah, I just opened it and it was like, and I'm like, what is this? And I dropped it. And I pick up the Quran. It's like, get that out of my face. But yeah, so similar reaction to both.
Yeah. Both are the ramblings of a completely insane person, and yeah, it's terrible. Both of those people shouldn't have written anything at all. They should have taken a different way. Moo Joe said, David Wood, are you offended by the Olympic opening? I think people are overreacting. Also, it's more of the bacchanal diss than on Christianity. I can say that I shared the news. Actually, my wife shared the news with us, and then David also looked at it, and he saw the Olympic opening ceremony. As soon as David saw it, he started crying.
I wept for like 2 hours.
Yeah. 3 probably. I was kind of like, I was disappointed by this, but David kept crying, and I didn't want to bother him during that time. But yeah, that's how he reacted to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, seriously, no, I don't care. And I like when people show their true colors. I like when people show their true moral, like when you have people who get mad and upset, and they're like, oh, look, they're blasting Christianity, but not Islam. I'll point out the hypocrisy, but I kind of like that they showed the hypocrisy, right? It's like, hey, you're hypocrites, now show it so that I can show what hypocrites you are. Again, my issue is consistency. There are like TV shows and stuff that'll mock everything. Everything's fair game. They'll make fun of atheists. They'll make fun of Christians. They'll make fun of Muslims. They'll do all that stuff, right? Okay, be like that. If not, then then if you're a total hypocrite, and we'll make fun of these guys because they won't kill us, but we won't dare. We'll defend and praise these guys because we're worried about them killing us. I don't know. That's how you are. Then it's good that you're showing it. So no, I don't care. I don't care what Paris is doing.
And the funny thing is actually that that there was a lot of words for just to hide the fact that David was crying. However,
I don't want people to know that, but you blurted it out.
Have to. The thing is, the Olympics.
I saw it and I was like,
yes, that's what happened. The Olympics organizers actually apologized for it eventually. Said,
cowards.
We didn't mean to hurt people's feelings, and we didn't mean to offend anybody. We're sorry. It just, we didn't think people would be offended by this. Sure. And they also took it down, I think, from the YouTube channel, that part of the performance.
Cowards.
Funny. Yeah. They were afraid that Christians are going to turn up and start, shooting and bombing the place. So understandable. That's what they always do. Mush Cohen, hey, what's up, Mush? Said, can you guys check the honest report on the rocket attack? They brought the ridiculous and shameful headlines from the Jewish-owned MSM. You should look at that and let's see what it says. Look at that. You should look at that honest report on the rocket attack. As I said, Elvis Las Vegas glasses, love the look, sexy man. Yeah, it's talking about you, David. Say thanks. Okay, I say thanks.
Oh yeah, look at that's funny. What? So Sky News: Israeli authorities say at least 11 people killed in rocket attack on football pitch in Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. Not one word.
Wow.
Hezbollah there. It's all Israeli-occupied.
I think.
Hey, look. Oh, look. Gaza. Israeli airstrike kills over 30 people in airstrike on school in B.Apologetics. Right. That's how it happens if it's around.
I saw initially the Associated Press response or report was so many militants and so many civilian casualties in fire exchange between Hamas militants and Israel or something like that. And that was there for a few hours. Today, they actually made a proper headline and said that
Hezbollah attack kills so many children or so many kids, whatever it said. And I was kind of surprised that they actually made a proper headline for the first time in their entire lives. But yeah, the media is really, really, really insane right now. It's just so funny when people go around for years saying, "Oh, the Jews control the media. The Jews are in charge of the media," and the media has been going nonstop hypocrisy, nonstop defending the opponents of Israel and bashing Israel for a year now. It's insane, man. The first transgender said, "I unreservedly endorse the IUC's historically accurate rendition of the Last Supper." Huh.
That's why the first transgender said, it's good.
The first transgender. Mossad gifted 50 more memberships. Thank you so much, Mossad. I appreciate it. Mossad working overtime today. That's really based. Thank you, Marcin Cumming, who is Mossad. Ayatollah Khamenei, why is Juicy J here? I thought this was Apostate Prophet channel. Hey, Juicy J, how did you write the song Stay Fly? I just woke up one day and wrote it, man. That's what they do. That's what we roll. That's what we roll. That's what we do. That's how we roll. That's what we roll. Jack Mohammed Pitt, be upon him, said, would not be proud of AP. Would totally be proud, man. Look at this. I even got my golden shower head. Molly's mom 4. A lot of modern Bibles put the discrepancies in the footnotes. Yeah, that's what they do, and that's the difference between the Bible and the Quran. Right, David? See, even he admits it. Veritas said, you too seen the Pro-Pal shirt guy arrest in Germany? I saw the video, but I haven't seen any official proper report, so I need more context to it. But allegedly, some guy who was wearing a Palestine shirt in Germany was, the police came, and this is the problem with such videos. There is no context at all. All there is just a police officer coming and talking to him, and then taking something, I think a cigarette or something, out of his hand and throwing it on the table. And then they tell him to come with them, and they search him and then arrest him.
Yeah. And then they snatch the cigarette, toss it on the table.
Yeah. At the end of the video, one of them says, "No, he was not something for," and then the video cuts out. It sounds like he's saying he was not arrested for, and then cuts out. And I'm really curious what was said after that and why the video is cut there. But yeah, that's all I've seen. Can't say anything about it. But it's not illegal to wear a Palestine shirt in Germany. It would be if you wore a Hamas shirt, you would get in trouble. And I can't trust a no context video like that. But Germany has been pretty based. Suleiman Ahmed posted it on X. Ape can translate. Yeah, I looked at the video. I couldn't even hear much in the video. Sheikh Ma Wingling says, "Wow, Kufar, a long-winded, late starting live. Now an apostate rabbi, another one on Psychopathic Roadshow right after. Mossad give a raise or something. If you weren't YouTubers, you could quit your real jobs now." Yeah, I didn't go live yesterday night, so I decided to go out tonight instead. Yeah.
And since he's talking about stuff in a different part of the world, was thoughtful enough to go early enough so that people over there can tune in.
Yeah.
Very, very, very kind.
Also, nobody ever says yes tonight except me, because nobody's cool like me.
That is a cool little. I mean, it's kind of dorky, but it's kind of cool too.
It's pretty based. Urinating Broom said, "Am I wrong in thinking that Erdogan is just bluffing, talking crap in order to desperately get some support from Muslim cavemen, Islamic populism?" Yeah, he's probably trying to appeal to the part of the population that is currently in the middle of on a hill, inside a cave, doing it with goats and sheep, and he's just trying to appeal to them. And say, "Hey, I am here doing something for you," so that they take a break for a second from coupling with sheep and goats and say, "Yeah, we have a good president, President Strong," and then they go back to copulating with sheep and goats again. That's what he does. He won't do anything serious. Yeah. And then soon, when those people get back, you will hear this sound. Yeah, that's what they do in Turkey. Daniel Apologetics said by Ezra. That's what I said the other day. How am I going to catch up with you guys' streams after 2 weeks holiday away? P.S. Vladimir asked if David has recovered from the interrogation.
Hey, that Vladimir was actually funny. So that's Daniel Apologetics. But yeah, if you haven't seen that video, check it out on Daniel Apologetics channel. But it was fun. You actually see me grinning at the beginning, which normally I don't normally break, but he started action, and Daniel there as Vladimir is looking dead serious. David Wood, your biggest Islamophobe. It was just funny. He's looking dead serious, like he's actually interrogating me.
Alhamdulillah. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. 2 more super chats. Martin coming made another gift of membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Urinating Broom said, I have nothing but the hate of Muslims is badass. That's weird. Yeah, it's very weird. That's only what people who urinate upon one another would say. Shauna Thornton.
No, that guy earlier said you have nothing but the hate of Muslims.
Yeah. Shauna Thornton said, my husband cooked taco meat instead of pasta sauce for dinner. He didn't read my mind. I think it was clearly because of the Jews. Just look at the Muslim sources. You can probably find something on this. I'm pretty sure. It is generally the Jews. Yeah. James, AP, come back to Turkey. I want to see what they do to you.
That'd be some YouTube gold right there.
Veritas,
gold.
If you're people of the book, then procure jizya showers. No, we're not doing that, man. Did you see that we are people of the book here? See?
Oh, that's dope.
That's pretty dope. I love going to Turkey to see all the ancient Greek architecture. Greeks, it's such a great job creating Turkey, said Ayatollah Khamenei. Yeah, I don't really like the taste, but still, it's interesting.
Greeks invented Turkey.
Yeah, but I think Constantinople would probably be better under Greece than under Turkey. So it's time to do something. Next, Zachary Naik said, wasn't Dylan Mulvaney caught on camera pouring Bud Light on the Quran? I think the Olympics should invite Dylan to France to do it there.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good thing to share now on Twitter again. I might have to share that.
Beast. All the Turks in chat are saluting Greece for creating their civilization. You can tell the adoration is real. Yeah, Greece did create Turkey. Turkey is basically owes its existence to Greece. Turks usually Turkey calls Greece daddy. So there's that. Ayatollah Khamenei said Turks at the culture store be like, hello, my Greek master. May I have a small crumb of philosophy and art? Greek masters, sure, my simple-minded neighbor. But remember, Constantinople is a rental. Ash Mikler, you know what? There's something funny about some little piece of history there. When the Seljuks and the Ottomans, they invaded and took over Anatolia, which is what is most of Turkey today, and further conquered into the west. The Turks were a people who were living in huts.
You said AP.
APs. Oh yeah, that's
you said a people.
Yeah, a people. Oh yeah. Turks were people who were living in
that could
huts.
be a nickname for your fans, the A people.
A people.
Hey, hey, it's the A people.
That's good.
Okay,
that's good.
I'll finish your dumb story.
So Turks were living in huts. They had no concept of creating actual buildings and building things. Everything they did, everything they learned from what the Greeks built. They adopted Greek architecture. They adopted Greek design, Greek art, Greek flags, Greek this and Greek that. They were literally living in huts. And for a long time after conquering, they still lived in huts because they didn't really make proper use of those cities. But now they're acting like, yeah, we came in and we were superior and we were gangsters. Yeah, anyway. Ash McLeroy said, Achi, I have a... What? A masala? If a brother gets bitten on the okay, yeah, by a snake in the desert, is it then permissible to suck on the shaft to save the brother? What is the hikmah, brother? Subhanallah. It is, yes. That's what you're supposed to do. I permit it you. Lewis said that Hula Society started the German Workers' Party, which turned into the Nazi Party. The membership is the who's who of Nazis, and they hated the Jews. Yeah. White trash panel. Last time maybe wore that hat, he was so far from the camera, it looked like a hard hat. I thought he was trying to join the village people. I was.
You were.
I did join, actually. Troll X Thrower, how much will it cost to ask you to comment on a vid? $50,000. What do you love?
It's a bargain.
Yeah, it's pretty good. No, something Cohen, Efraim.
We're trying to impress the Jews all the time, man.
Is it Ephraim Cohen? Is that it? Oh my God. As an Israeli, I'm sick of all politicians telling Israel what to do. They do not care about Israel, even though our lives are in danger on a daily basis. We are strong, but we live here on miracles. This is very much the case.
Yeah, it's just wild that, like, there are all these. I mean, Turkey wants to crush Israel, Lebanon. They're surrounded. And you got all these people. Here's what you should do.
See, it was
people
Cohen.
People who aren't in that situation are constantly saying, here's what you need to do.
I will learn. I only got one letter wrong. It was Efrat Cohen. Yeah,
you just got humiliated in front of Jews around the world.
I cannot take this humiliation. I will have to do seppuku. Is that how it's called? Japanese, yeah. Pamela C. CBN News today. Many running convert to Christ. 70,000 mosques shut down. Thank you, David Wood and AP, for all you do. Blessings. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. It was my doing to shut those mosques down, so I take most of the credit there.
50 to 70,000 mosques shut down. Let's get it up to 100.
Yeah. 50 out of 75,000 mosques have shut down. Yeah, I did that. I shut those down.
Let's get it up to 100.
I will soon.
And it's been specified it's shut down due to lack of attendance. No one's showing up.
Yeah.
No one's showing up to the mosque.
Yeah. And David is saying that we should close 100,000 out of 75,000 mosques. And this is a message I stand by. Yeah. Celeria Rosencroix says, salutations, my brother. I finally completed the second Surah, my chronological Quran video series, and I'm beginning Surah 73 next time. Based. Okay, David, anything else you want to say?
Nice.
Anything else you want to say?
Nope. We'll be live again in about 49 minutes, although AP is probably going to make us late, so. No, we're literally right here.
Yeah. I'm JK, love you, AP, said this person. I'm JK too.
Does JK mean joking or just kidding?
It means Jonathan Constantine.
That's the problem I have with the little initials, is that sometimes it would make sense as multiple different things.
Yeah, no, it means just kidding. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, all right. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all, for joining. And we'll be live again on David Wu's channel in about 1 hour. In 45 minutes. No, just 1 hour, actually. Just 1 hour. Okay. Yeah. Peace. Israel and the goats represent. Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to play my thing here because I'm on this weird place.
Stay away from Islam.
Good advice.